We now take up the interesting question as to how one can determine whether a certain given number, however large it may be, is divisible by a certain given divisor. What is a divisibility rule? A divisibility rule is a shorthand way of determining whether a given integer is divisible by a fixed divisor without performing the division, usually by examining its digits. Divisibility by 2. The rule is any number, the last digit of which is either even or 0, is divisible by 2. It means take any number with any number of digits in it. We have to check its ones place only. If ones place have even numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0, that number is going to be divisible by 2. In case we get odd numbers in ones place, the number is not divisible by 2. Divisibility by 3. The rule is if the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, the number is also divisible by 3. Let's take an example to understand. Suppose my number is 123. First of all, I should add all its digits in all the places. That is, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. Sum of all digits is 6, which is divisible by 3. Thus, my number 123 is also divisible by 3. Now, let's take another example. Here, my number is 5674. On adding its digits, 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 4, we get 22, which is not divisible by 3. Therefore, the number 5674 is not divisible by 3. Divisibility by 4. The rule is if the last two digits of a number is divisible by 4, the number is divisible by 4. The number having 2 or more zeros at the end is also divisible by 4. Now, let's take an example. Suppose my number is 26,428. According to the rule, I should take last two digits which are in tens and ones places respectively. So, now my tens place number is 2 and ones place number is 8. My two-digit number is 28, which is divisible by 4. Therefore, the number 26,428 is also divisible by 4. Divisibility by 5. The rule is if a number ends in 5 or 0, the number is divisible by 5. Now, let us take an example. My number is 1345. As its last digit is 5, it is divisible by 5. Now, let us take another example. 1340. As its last digit is 0, it is divisible by 5. Now, let us take another example. 1343. As its last digit is neither 5 nor 0, it is not divisible by 5. Divisibility by 6. The rule is if a number is divisible by both 3 and 2, the number is also divisible by 6. So, for a number to be divisible by 6, there are two conditions. The first condition is the number should end with even digit or 0. That is the divisibility rule for 2. The second condition is the sum of its digits should be divisible by 3. That is the divisibility rule for 3. Now, let us take an example to understand it better. 63,924 is my number. The first condition is fulfilled as the last digit 4 is an even number, and also 6 plus 3 plus 9 plus 2 plus 4 is equal to 24, which is divisible by 3. Therefore, the number is divisible by 6. Now, let us take another example. 154 is my number. The first condition is fulfilled, but not the second. Therefore, the number is not divisible by 6. Now, let us take another number. 261 is my number. The first condition is not fulfilled. Therefore, we do not need to check the second. Divisibility by 7. The rule is a little bit weird, but it is really quite simple after you practice it a couple of times. In order to test this, you must take the last digit of the number you are testing and double it. Then subtract this number from the rest of the remaining digits. If this new number is either 0 or if it is a number that's divisible by 7, then the original number is divisible by 7. You may have to repeat this a couple of times if the divisibility of the resulting number is not immediately obvious. Now, let's take an example. Is the number 364 divisible by 7? We know, according to the rule, we should take last digit of the number and double it. Here we have 4. On doubling, we get 8. Then subtract the number 36 formed from the rest of the remaining digits by 8. We got 28, which is divisible by 7. Thus, the number 364 is also divisible by 7. Divisibility by 8. The rule is, if the last 3 digits of a number is divisible by 8, the number is also divisible by 8. Also, if the last 3 digits of a number are zeros, the number is also divisible by 8. Do you remember something? Yes, the divisibility rule for 4. There we take our last 2 digits, but here we take last 3 digits. Now, let's take an example. Suppose my number is 923,120. According to the rule, I should take last 3 digits, which are in hundreds, tens and ones places respectively. So, now my hundreds place digit is 1 and tens place digit is 2 and ones place digit is 0. My 3-digit number is 120, which is divisible by 8. Therefore, the number 923,120 is also divisible by 8. Let us take another example. 87,000 is my number. As the number has 3 zeros at the end, the number is divisible by 8. Now, let us take another example. 1,257 is my number. As 257 is not divisible by 8, the number is also not divisible by 8. Divisibility by 9. The rule is, if the sum of all the digits of a number is divisible by 9, the number is also divisible by 9. Oh, this is similar to the divisibility rule of 3. Now, let us take an example. 39,681 is my number. Sum of digits is 3 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8 plus 1 is equal to 27, which is divisible by 9. Hence, the number is also divisible by 9. Now, let us take another example. 456,238 is my number. The sum of these digits is 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 8 is equal to 28, which is not divisible by 9. Hence, the number is also not divisible by 9. Divisibility by 10. The rule is, any number which ends with 0 is divisible by 10. Let us take some examples. 50, 1,470, 8,000 are my numbers. All these numbers end with 0, so they are divisible by 10. Let us take another example. 125 is my number this time. 125 doesn't end with 0, so it is not divisible by 10. Hello viewers, thanks for watching. I hope the video was interesting and informative for you. So please wait for my next video, continuation of divisibility rules 11 to 20.